spreads, totals, props. Lots of ways to win money, but also lots of ways to lose. It's time for some sharp analysis. All sports, all over the globe, all the time. Home of the Guess Better jackpot, it's CorBET. Here is your host, Dylan Corbett.
All right, welcome in. This is going to be part one here. We're kicking you off on the Wednesday CorBETs. Matthew Crusen going to join us later. I'm Dylan Corbett, but Guess Better, Brendan Duarte back here for day two. Brendan, Bradley gave you a little scare there, but you cashed the nets. Warriors are cheeks. That was easy. You hit the under as well. So a 2-1 day for you, and Mizzou stays undefeated as well in the process.
Oh, yeah. Hell of a game there. Hell of an ending. One of the most exciting games I've seen in a while.
Yeah, that was good. You guys got a good team. Bradley looks pretty good as well. All right, so you're sticking with the NBA here. 3-play card, looking to advance to day 3. What do you got for us?
Yep, 3 picks all in the NBA, just like you just said there. First one is going to be Trailblazers -1 tonight. Secondly, I got the Heat -4.5 versus the Magic. Lastly, I picked up the Thunder earlier this morning while they were at +8.5 versus the Rockets. That's since moved to +6 since the James Harden strip club news.
Yes.
We'll see what comes of that and if he plays tonight.
Yeah, that was funny as hell. One, I woke up to your text. You got your picks in early to lock in that number, so he's not being facetious there. And then, yes, you laughing your ass off at the Harden strip club news coming down. So that's a great lock-in number there. There are your 3 plays there with the Trailblazers, of course, the defending Eastern Conference champs with the Heat against Orlando, and then you grab Thunder +8.5. All right, appreciate it, Brendan. We'll let you get back to work, and let's cash tonight.
All right, thanks, Dylan.
All right, welcome in is the Wednesday edition of CorBETs. Check out Corbett's Corner. Lots of good information there. That dropped today. Winging It, episode 8 is out. Wherever you enjoy your podcast, check that out. And Brendan Duarte on to day 2. You just heard from him give you the NBA plays here. Now it's myself, Dylan Corbett, and Matthew Ice. And let's dive into, again, just another annihilation of college hoops by Matthew Ice. We've got NBA, again, a full slate. And a couple of bowl games for you as well. So I'll dive right in. I like the over in the bowl game that's going to be right at kickoff once we post this. Low total, Georgia Southern and Louisiana Tech. A lot of sharp money is bringing this down to under to a total of 47. So a lot of sharp money on the under. I think that's too low a total. I think over 47 for a game that could be in the 20s should cash that one. And I like Louisiana Tech +6.5. They've won 4 straight bowl games. So, again, Georgia Southern, they've got the better record. They've got more games played. It's kind of this weird season, but Louisiana Tech has not lost to a Sun Belt opponent so far. So I think this is a little bit of an interesting line. I'll take Louisiana Tech +6.5 there, at least keep it close. Let's see here. And in the other game, I think I stayed away from – no, I went under in Memphis and Florida Atlantic. 53 is the total in that one. Florida Atlantic has a very good defense. College hoops, Matt, why don't you start us off?
Sure. We got 5 plays overall today. The first 2 are starting here at 2 p.m. Central. I have Oregon -2. They're playing UCLA, so that's a noon little matinee action out in the West Coast.
Yes.
Faded UCLA last on Saturday in this similar spot against Ohio State. Oregon's just a better team here. Basically, pick them, win by 2. I think they do that there. Other games starting at 2 p.m. Central. I have over 152 in the Creighton-Xavier game. Creighton is one of the best offenses in the country, top 10 for sure. Shooting-wise, they play with pace. They run up and down, score in the 90s more often than not. And so far, Xavier has been as well. I don't think they'll sustain that all year, but in any event, they've been scoring at a high rate, playing well, aside from when Bradley held them to 51 points. But
Right.
You saw what Bradley can do to other Power 5 teams. So I like that game to get played into the 80s and hit. Next, Tennessee -19.5 in the first half against UC SC Tennessee. Who the fuck are they even playing?
I'm on that with you. I've got them full game. It's one of those fade teams.
SC Upstate, I think. Correct. SC Upstate. I was a little mad this morning when I saw Barstool tweeted out like, Kona, shut Barstool tweeted out like, South Carolina teams are 1-19 against the spread this year, and it's like South Carolina State, UCF.
So now
State,
everyone's rushing
South
to it.
Carolina. Right. So now everyone's going to be all over it. I'm sure everyone's on that -34 full game. So I stayed away from that, even though Tennessee's been covering the big numbers anyway. So just the first half there. Fourth play, Illinois, I already know. Just call it a homer pick if you want. That's fine, but they need to bounce back bad here.
And they've bounced back all season, basically.
They've been bouncing back all season. They've been hitting more times than not. Yes, I take it every game, and I probably will continue. But if it hits more times than not, so be it. Last, the other Big Ten game, so this could be after that. Northwestern +9 at Indiana. Too many points. This is a fallback spot after a very impressive, convincing win over number 4 Michigan State. But again, home doesn't really matter anymore this year. That's another reason I like Illinois. I think that line would be -7 if it was in Champaign. Because
Yeah, short line.
They give 3 points to the home team. I think odds makers are still doing that this year, even though 3 points is not in play. So yes, Northwestern +9. They shoot very well. They play good defense. Chris Collins says those guys playing well. I think they keep it into single digits.
Another nice card there for Matt Crusen. Again, an absolutely incredible day yesterday, so I got to get the updated total as he's just continuing to rack.
I should have been like this. Sounds cocky. I should have been.
No. Yes, you were off by 2 points.
I got backdoored by Western Kentucky not covering in the last second, literally as the buzzer went off, and then Wisconsin scored 3 points in the first 11 minutes of the game. If they just would have played slightly better, they should have won by 22.
Yeah, it was one of those where you were on the right side of every single bet, and it was just a point off on 2 of those, but you still raked in the money, updated, up over 60%. How about that? 60.2, 103, 68 and 4. That's plus 54 units, y'all. A lot of people have been appreciating the free cash. Hashtag Let's Cash. Let's get that going as well. College hoops for me, mentioned I'm on Tennessee. I went full game. I like Wazoo, another kind of game that I'm going to fade Northwestern State. Wazoo. Northwestern State actually covered, back-to-back games against Gonzaga, but that's because the numbers were astronomical. I'm just hoping Wazoo has been pretty solid this year. They're undefeated, if I'm not mistaken. -19. See if I get them at home. Following the sharps on this one, it's a random sharp action on Cal State Bakersfield, down 2.5 points. They opened as +8 against a not very good Pepperdine side, so I grabbed them at +6.5. We'll see about that. Then lastly here, just the under in Rutgers and Ohio State. 130.5, a Big Ten matchup. I'm just hoping that maybe defense prevails there. Okay, some NBA picks from myself. You heard Brendan's picks, and again, we'll kind of see if that Rockets game gets played as they're doing contact tracing for positive COVID cases. I love the Knicks here. Knicks +8. I more of a fade on the Pacers. I don't think the Pacers are a very good team. Too many points. The Knicks, Obi Toppin coming off the bench. They got a little spunky team. I know they're not exactly trying to win right now, but I think they'll keep this close here in the season opener. And let's keep that under as well. The Knicks went under in all 4 preseason games. So under 214. And then I love the Raptors. Everyone is on Zion tonight in the season opener. No. We're going to the Raptors. Fading the public on this one. Raptors -3.5. Knocked 1.5 down for us. I like the Raptors. They're a better team there, a perennial East contender. And then here we go. In a snowy Minneapolis, Anthony Edwards' debut. I was debating becoming a Timberwolves fan. Most of you know I was a Pistons fan for about 3.5 years, and they suck. Pistons +6. Come on. Killian Hayes. This is the Timberwolves. Come on. 6 points for the T-Wolves. Slow your roll. Anthony Edwards, slow your roll. I like the Pistons tonight +6, and that's my NBA preview. Oh, yeah, the other one. Great game to watch here. Westbrook making his Washington Wizards debut. High total, 230.5. Let's go under. Okay, a snowy Minneapolis I mentioned. We're about to get snowed in. Let's watch some games. Let's watch us cash. Matthew Crusen, Brendan Duarte, our guest Bettor, and I'm Dylan CorBET. We'll talk to you tomorrow.